Hello, everybody. Hello, and happy Monday. Happy Monday. This is the first Monday of a series of 4 Mondays. Guys, we are going old school. Ness, my OG right-hand person. Hello, Nessbot. How are you doing today?
Hi, hello. Doing well.
Hell, glad you're here. Abe, my new superpower, superhuman, super friend. How are you doing
Super
today?
friend.
Abe?
I'm doing great. Sorry, I had to unmute
There you
myself.
are.
Yeah.
Okay, like hello, hi. That's okay.
Hello. Hi.
We are doing OG style 4 in a row, 4 Mondays in a row. We are doing Bird Moms, always at 5 p.m. EST, and this is the first in the series of 4 in a row. So I'm very excited. Hi guys, so nice. Wait, let me see. Look who's here. Thank you. Hi, Therium Coffee. Who else is here? I Love Death. It's your first time here. Welcome. Anna is the best voice. I agree, Neo MC. That is true. I'm with you on that. She's completely amazing. Um, Delby is here. Hello, my Delby. Nice to see you. So, guys, it's been like a go, go, go little stretch here. I just got back from Paris a week ago. It's already a week ago. Jesus, that's fast. Uh, I was there for Fashion Week. It was awesome. I missed the transit strike by a hair. And I don't know if you know, those of you in France know, but those of you who aren't might not know. There was an absolutely crazy transit strike because they're trying to raise the age of retirement. And the French are the best at striking of anyone. They're like gifted strikers. So when they're pissed off about something, they like let you know real fast. And this time, there it was, the end of Fashion Week. And on the Tuesday, so I left Monday, and on the Tuesday, like a bunch of the flights were canceled. All of the trains were stopped. You couldn't get to the airport. You couldn't, people were like getting out of their cars on the highways and having to walk to their terminals. It was like, it was totally like some Mad Max situation that I missed by the skin of my teeth, by the grace of our Lord. Felt very fortunate. So I got to leave on a lovely, delightful, easy note. Um, I had a great Paris Fashion Week. It was awesome. I saw a bunch of stuff. I have a ton more content for all of you guys from there and things I saw. And it's feeling like stuff is coming back, guys. Like everybody's figuring out how to do business post pandemic, or not post, but like at this point in pandemic life. Everybody's figuring out like where they're at as designers in this like interesting place we're at in the world. Um, and unfortunately, the divide, or at least it feels this way, between the US and the rest of the world on the, at least on the fashion front, is getting ever more pronounced. And so that's kind of weird. Like, as we're all so united online, in terms of where the designers are and who they're designing for, it's like we're drifting farther away. So that part was not great. But for me, I had a great time. I was very happy to be there. It was really nice. There's my Raf. Yeah, Raf is in Paris. So you know the story here. Just under the wire, just under the wire. You blush, you bloom, you dance. Thank you, Neko Fury. That's so nice. Hey, Soro. Hey, Jozo Tax. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, guys. So if you want to know what's happening, what day, and what's going on, the way to do that is by joining the family Discord. There are going to be links both in the Twitch and in the TikTok where to go to join, but that's always the first line of attack. I tend to be not as great about putting it all in the timely manner elsewhere, but the Discord is where everybody knows what's going on first. So just letting you know, putting it out there. Um, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope that it was good. We've started planning for this very crazy family trip that I'm taking in about a month, and I'm nervous and excited. I'm feeling both. Ness, how was your weekend?
My recovery's been quaint and quiet. I'm mostly trying to learn my new glasses and recover from a cough. Yeah, that's it.
No, wait. Are they fixed? Didn't you break them?
Yes, but I also got insurance ones, which are different. They're like a different pair altogether, and so I've been wearing those, and I can't tell if I'm wearing them wrong or if my prescription is weird, or both, or none. I don't know. So it's just I have to learn. I feel like I'm in a fishbowl.
Okay, that's a little strange. That's a difficult adjust.
Yeah.
We were talking about glasses with you too, Abe. Was that a weekend discussion?
Well, I mean, I've kind of wanted heart-shaped glasses for quite a while, but the more pressing like weekend thing that I did was get my cat fixed.
Oh,
And
whoa.
and she is sadly sitting and staring at me with the Cohn on. And
That's
like
like go on.
no, she still has some of the medicine in her, so she's like slowly lifting and dropping her head because she's drowsy.
That's like a rough thing when you have to do that. I feel like
Yeah.
it's prep for when you have to like take your kid to get their shots. Or like, when you have, you've got that thing where you want to take care of your baby so much, and yet
Mm-hmm.
then you got to do something that you know is going to like hurt them or freak them out.
Oh, it's terrible taking all of my pets to the nurse or the vet because it's always just like I this is good for you, but you don't like it, and I don't like that you don't like it, and
And you don't understand that it's good for you. And
yeah.
you're like looking at me with like the trust eyes, with like the love eyes, and here I am subjecting you to this thing that either is painful or stinks or is like, yeah, I remember when Mickey was a baby and taking him for shots. There was this awful thing because I would hold him and he'd be like so cuddly and sweet and little and adorable. And I'd know the shot was coming. And that moment where first the doctor would like put the needle in, he'd go like, and then he would look at me with these like wounded eyes, like these eyes of betrayal. Like,
You
how could I
betrayed
have
him.
done this? Like, I betrayed him. And then start crying. It was terrible. It was like, I haven't betrayed you. Trust me. This is a good shot. This isn't a bad shot. It was yeah, it was difficult. It was tough. It was tough.
Thankfully, humans don't have to wear cones of shame.
Well, you hope not, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't had to deal with any personal humans of mine who've had to wear a cone of shame. Does the cat have a cone of shame on?
Oh, she does, and she doesn't like it.
For
It's
how long?
um, I'm planning on getting her a little onesie instead, so she's gonna be in a little onesie that's gonna prevent her from licking her stitches. Um, and
Hey,
maybe for like a week or two. She's gonna be adorable though in her little onesie.
in a onesie? Okay, now
Yeah,
me pics. You're gonna have to show me
I'm
what
gonna have to send you pics, yeah.
you have the onesie already.
No, it's coming tomorrow?
Amazing. I didn't even know that there's such a thing as like a onesie for when you have to
It's
protect yourself and protect
yeah,
yourself.
I
Trust me.
know.
That's
She's
amazing.
just looking at me with the saddest eyes. I'm so sorry, baby.
Sorry. Oh, wait, look at this. Oh, Arthur Morgan got play of the game as Pharah. Thank you, Maxine. Loves me, but hates when a Mercy is pocketing a Pharah. What's of course we're supposed to pocket a Pharah, of course. Thank you, Moisey, third girlfriend. That's so nice. Thomas Rogers. Thomas Rogers. Hi, Jen. You're one of the reasons how my best friend and I met. Thank you. That is so nice. Guys, that's so nice. Pretty Odd. Thank you. Oh my gosh. So Pretty Odd 7. Hello, Pretty Odd. Wait, Pretty Odd is not my odd rolls. That's not Audrey. Pretty Odd. Hi. Of course, I'm assuming that's not odd rolls, right? Nespot?
I don't think so. No.
No, I don't think so either. Thank you so much. So Pretty Odd from Twitch is saying that they love me in Chippendales, which is so nice. So if you haven't watched Welcome to Chippendales, I am in the last 3 episodes. And if you don't know, a bunch of the voice cast from Overwatch has cameos in Chippendales, and it's completely awesome. But thank you, Pretty Odd. Welcome back. Hello, nice to see you. I'm like, we've got another Odd, and I'm like, okay, is that the Odd? I didn't know if the name had changed. I wasn't sure. Wait, Banana Bread, why are you apologizing to me? Oh, Eduardo, hello. Thank you so much. Okay, please don't apologize to me, Eduardo. Okay, everybody, if you ever want to be on a bird mom and if you ever want to talk on a bird mom, the thing to do, the best bet is to DM either on Instagram or on Discord. Probably Discord's better. Pro-Ness. Go into the Discord and say, I have something to discuss with Jen on Bird Mom. And that is the best way to make things happen, because I get lots of messages and I don't always see them, and I do my best. And Eduardo, I would never be upset with you. Don't worry about it. You got to do your thing. I get it. But thank you so much for reaching out. And if you want to talk, then let's figure it out. I would love that. Definitely. So this, guys, is an Ask Bird Mom stream. My wonderful family who's on Twitch knows these because we've been doing them for so many years. And that right now we've got an old friend who's back. I'm so glad. Pretty Odd 7. Thank you. Thanks so much. But my new friends on TikTok, if you don't know, the Bird Mom streams are real talk advice streams where we talk about stuff, and it can be like little stuff, it can be big stuff. This is my disclaimer portion, I am not a doctor. I have zero medical training. I am not a professional. I am purely a trusted adult who is here to talk to you, to help you work things out, to just be a good listening ear, and I'm a good soundboard. And to just help you in a tough spot. If you feel like something more serious is going on, I always suggest that you seek out medical help. I am a big proponent of therapy and of going to see a good therapist. I always strongly recommend that. This is just, if you want to talk something through, if you have something going on and you need an ear, I am here and I want to listen and I want to help. So that's what we're doing here. Wait, who is this? Mommy Brig, who is this? An update from last. Oh, I'm so glad that it helped. Mommy Brig is saying that from last we spoke, my advice helped so much, and you have a positive outlook on your situation. That makes me so happy. You remember when I went to France and showed the cutest little market and live streamed it? Oh, that's great. So wait, you know what? Then if you remember that, then you remember like when I did all of the fashion stuff there. So I've made a bunch of mini videos from things that I did this past season, and those are going to be going up on all of the socials. And Abe, my master of creation, my master of disaster, is making more of them as we speak. So thank you, Moisey. That's so nice. Bray Hertz, thank you so much. Please say sorrow. There you go. Oh my gosh, Bray Hertz a lot. That's so nice. You know what, Gamer Ryan, I am gonna have to do an AMA where I answer all sorts of questions about voice acting and Overwatch and the other games and Ursa, Lord Zash, and all the good fun stuff. But today, this is Ask Bird Mom. So we're gonna start with our first guest, who is an old friend of the stream, my buddy who I didn't get to see this time in Paris because I was working too much, but I got to see last year in Paris. We have my Raf is here, Raf to Peep. Raf, you want to come on? We got Raf in the waiting room, Nespot.
Yes, boss.
Thanks, honey. Thanks. I had such a good time. Wait, can I do a voicemail? You know what? I've been getting so many requests from people wanting me to do voicemails and voice messages. Best bet is go onto the website Cameo. I do cameos, guys, and I can do these, and I can like zip them out. So if you order a Cameo, that's the best way to get me to do voice messages for people. That's definitely my suggestion. You know what, Ness and Abe, we should have a thing where we put those up maybe once or twice a stream, because I literally am like being besieged right now with requests for videos, which is so nice. And I'm so flattered and I love it. And I want to do them for everyone. But that's definitely the best way. So I make sure that I hit everyone and it goes right.
Did they fix the issue where it doesn't work on mobile or something? Was that the issue? What was it?
No, there was some weird issue. I think that it's fixed. Guys, if you have any trouble getting a Cameo from me, let me know, please, ASAP, so then I know. Yeah, see, okay, look, odd, now the two odd, we've got Pretty Odd 7 and we got Odd Rolls, both here. Thank you. Yes, boss. We got everybody. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to Bird Mom. This is great. All right, we got my Raph. Ça va, Raph? Ça va bien?
Et toi? Ben oui, ça va.
Oui, toi. C'est
Un
encore.
peu.
Oui, non, c'est clair. Ta voix, ton visage, tout ça. You know, one of the coolest things about doing these streams is that, like, I feel like I've gotten to watch a bunch of people grow up and really become more themselves. And Raph is someone who's been watching for a long time, so getting to see you like
Yeah.
stepping into manhood is
Oh
very
yeah,
cool,
it's
honey.
a bit hard to be honest. Oh, but that's why I'm here.
Gundab, Gundab. Tell me what's
Yes.
going on. Of course. What's happening?
Yeah. So well, I there is a lot going on in my life right now because last time I came the askbirdmom was 2 years ago, and I passed my baccalaureate, which is an exam when you're 18. And then I started a formation which lasts 2 years, and here I am, and it ends like on maybe June. I have exams on April, and then I have oral exams on June, and then it stops, and there is a new whole life going on, and whew, that's really, really
You're
stressing,
already done. You're already almost done with 2 years of study. I mean, I remember when you were leaving for school, like it's
Yeah,
yesterday. Like it's so
yeah,
vivid.
for me as well.
Crazy. Ah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so tell me.
So basically, I'm struggling to think other things that my school or studies or I struggle. I'm sorry, little disclaimer for the chat, but my English is really not like perfect. I'm French, so
You're great. You're great. You're
Okay, okay.
this
And
is great.
I'm not sure how to handle this because my exams are in April, like in less than 5 weeks. It's going on pretty fast, and um, I think I need some piece of advice to handle this and take my mind in other places than studies because wow.
Well,
After
shut up.
my
Which part of it is freaking you out? The taking the back, that what happens
so
after the back, the
you
which
know
part?
a lot. First of all, my exams are like stressing a lot. But after the exams, I'm gonna be in a new world formation, which is called a business school. I don't know if you know this, but we have a lot of business schools in France,
Yeah.
and there is like a ranking of every business school in France, and um, back in September, I wanted to change this formation. I wanted to stop that and say, screw this. I'm doing anything else because I was really, really nervous because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. And I made some research on business schools and everything. And now I have a goal, like a single goal, which is I want to go to a business school in Lille, which is called the EDEC. And the problem is, the issue is that I I'm really nervous of my exam because I'm not sure I will be able to do this. And then if I if I missed these exams, I don't know what to do. It's total. It's the chaos. Like in my head, I have this goal, and this is I need to be like calm or for my exams I need to be less stressed, but I don't really know how, and maybe you can help me. I hope so. So that's why I'm here.
Okay. Mohaf, I know you a long time now. It's a long
Yeah.
time that and I know you to be a very hard worker and to be a very
Yes,
studious person.
indeed.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever totally blown an exam in your life, in your experience? Have you ever
Uh,
just blown it?
you mean a failure?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not sure I did that, but I did mock exams like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, and
Right.
I got the results like last week, and it's very good, but it's not enough to integrate the business school I'm looking for. But the issue is that I screwed mathematics. Like but I know I'm gonna do better during the exams. So I have a little hope that it will be great. But if I failed these mock exams, why would I do better during April, like
Right
during
now, is this
the
the
release?
first time that you ever took a mock exam in advance of an exam, and then you had to prepare more, or have you in the past had to
That's
take
the
a mock
first
exam?
the first one. Like we did
This is the first
two
time you've ever had
in
that experience.
no, we did two mock exams in first year and two this year. So I'm pretty used to it.
Has your
And
math gotten better in the mock
yes,
exams?
yeah. I had like 20 out of 10 of the 20 out of 20 during the first one. That's the perfect grade. And so my grade, the average was really high, and I was able to integrate the EDEC business school, but this time wasn't the same. Like it was a bit lower than the during the first mock exam. So I'm a bit, you know, because it's really hard during holidays and you know.
But okay, the whole reason that you take these mock exams, the only reason you take them is just to see how you do under different
Yes.
kinds of pressure, on different kinds of questions, with different kinds of preparation. And you have the evidence, you have the fact in front of you that when you prepare, your grades tend to get better. And that each time you've taken it, your grades have gotten better,
Mm-hmm.
and you've had the experience, you have the data that when you prepare, you do well on your
That's very true.
exams.
Well, in economics. I prepared a lot, like really, really hard. I think that's like the, I prepared the most, and my grade wasn't was what I was expecting. Like I got 11.5 out of 10, which is pretty high, but not enough because the grade I need to have on average to integrate it is 13.2. So mathematics are where I need to to have a really high grade because that's where I'm the stronger, I think, strongest. And so but I think I will do great because so far, except for the mock exam I did 3 weeks ago, I had like a really, really good grades in math. So it will be great. But in economics, my grades aren't going like aren't increasing, and I don't know why. I'm studying really, really hard, and it's just stands still for the whole year, and I don't know why. And I'm going to plan a rendezvous,
Yep,
like a
a
meeting
meeting.
with my economics teacher to fix this because exam are in 4 weeks, 5 weeks, so I need to fix it ASAP, ASAP.
So here you are,
Yes.
you're doing everything you can possibly do to succeed. You know where you
Yeah.
want to go. You're doing all of the things to get you there. Is there any way that you can say, all right, now that I'm doing all of this, now that I see evidence that when I do these things, things tend to improve, I
Mm-hmm.
can see myself going to the business school in Lille, I can see myself getting to where I need to go, that you can just let go and say, now it's just going to happen? Is there any version where you can just say, like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do?
Uh,
It will go
I
fine.
have. I think that there is in 2 weeks another economics exam, like a 4-hour exam, and I mean if I have a good grade on this one, I think that's it. I will have Lille, but I think that's a really crucial date, like in 2 weeks, because that's the last exam I will have in my entire formation. That's like 2 years, and that will be the last one. And I think that's the most important because after this, I won't have another chance to improve. And if I'm achieving to have like a better grade, which I hope so, because
Yep.
you know that I think that I can possibly have like my dream come true. Like you know, I can integrate possibly into lead, and I hope so. And I think that if I have a good grade on this one, like in 2 weeks, first of all, it will motivate me so much for the exam, like the final exam, and of course, like it will show that it's possible.
So, Raf, you can
Uh,
already see yourself doing it. You
yes,
already
I
see it. You know exactly how it's got to play out. You're working toward it. You're doing all the right things. If you're asking for extra help, you're putting all your energy on succeeding and doing it. And you're working so hard. And you know exactly what you want to do and you can see yourself there. So in what way is worrying about it helping
well,
you?
because you
Sounds
know, who knows if I'm gonna fail this? Like you know, in economics and philosophy, which are really important.
But Cherie, who knows if there's going to be an earthquake and the school won't fall into a sinkhole?
Yeah,
And who
because
knows if there isn't going to be a tidal wave that's going to come and take the, like, and who knows if there isn't going to be like another pandemic? Like, if anything, these years have taught us that really anything can happen. So why would you put any energy at all on it not working when if what you want is for it to work and you're doing all of the things toward it working, like worry, a very smart friend of mine says, like worrying about bad stuff is just praying for shit you don't want. Like that's
yeah,
so so what does it help? You know what you need to do, you're doing it. When you've seen evidence that you need extra help, you're getting extra help. You can see yourself there.
mm-hmm.
You have all this proof that when you do your work, you get yourself where you need to go.
Because you know, in economics and philosophy, and well, in all like the subjects except from maths, you have like an essay, it's a dissertation, like an essay, one line, and you need to examine it and write a lot, like 4 hours a lot on this single line. And the issue is, if the line doesn't inspire you, it's a problem. And well, it all depends on whether I will like this line or not. This question, like in economics, it's about market, free market, trade, etc.
Yeah.
But sometimes you would like to do something completely different that the examiner is gonna expect, and you will have a terrible grade, and it will,
Raf,
like you
do
know,
you hear yourself? By
yeah.
speaking up, do you hear yourself? You're praying for shit you don't want. You're doing it as you're explaining this to me. Raf, you are going to be asked exactly the question you're supposed to be asked. Why don't you just decide whatever question comes is exactly the question I'm supposed to get? Because it's either going to be a question that that is like a piece of cake and you're going to write like the wind. It's going to be
Yes,
a
I
very
hope so.
challenging question where you really have to work and put yourself into a lather and then have to figure it out and then you figure something amazing out. Or it's this awful stymieing question and it's terrible and you have a really bad time of it and it's awful and maybe you don't get into the school in Lille because this happens. Maybe that happens. And then 5 years from now, you find out that the school in Lille was run by this very corrupt principal who was terrible and who was fixing grades, and that anyone who went there was getting psychologically abused. And it was like an awful place to go to school. And the place you wound up going to school wound up being the place where the greatest creative business minds in all of France all came out of. You have no idea how any of this is going to play out. You have absolutely no idea.
I know.
And you will only know in hindsight years from now. So just trust that everything is happening for you, and just trust that you are on top of your stuff. You are making all the right moves. You are preparing yourself as you need to prepare yourself, and that you are being moved toward where you're supposed to go. And don't worry about all of the other crazy shit, because none of that is in your control anyway. You're going to be as prepared as is humanly possible.
Yes, that's for sure.
Yeah,
And and there is like after the exam this whole new like world, you know, of business schools and changing of city, which is stressing me even more because, you know, it jumped into the unknown. And
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be
yeah,
great.
I know, and I'm super excited for this.
Yeah, but it's rough.
And
It's like
I'm gonna
I feel like you think you're gonna get extra credit because you're worrying. Like you think that if you worry about it enough, that'll somehow give more good energy to it. But that's not the case. That's not the case. That's you have a limited amount of energy, and for you to be leaking all of this like fear energy when you could be just putting all of it toward visualizing yourself going where you're going, visualizing yourself acing the back, visualizing yourself acing this exam, going to your teacher and then saying to yourself, ooh, what else could I do? Is there any other book I could read or any other guidance I could get? Is there any other professor I could ask for a meeting with? Is there, like, you could choose to put all of that energy, all of that toward things that are actionable and toward your excitement instead of being afraid about it.
Like I'm doing the more I can, like, you know, I'm subscribed to like The Economist, which is like a page when you have a lot of articles on the economy in the world, which is helping me a lot. I'm watching YouTube where there are many, you know, channels that are helping a lot, like teaching and telling me new stuff. And I know that I have everything to achieve my goal. The issue is if, you know, you're gonna tell me, I know what you're gonna tell me because
you already know it. You already know it.
You
totally know.
Yeah. And
and you know it's true.
Well, yes, it's good. I don't know what to say.
I mean, I know you know it's true. I know you know, you know, and it's not like I don't get it. I mean, I've done that. It's so funny. So is there Sesame Street in France? Do you guys have Sesame Street? The show Sesame Street? The little children's show, Sesame Street, with Cookie Monster and Ernie and Bert and all the...
Maybe we have this, but I haven't watched, so I'm not sure about.
When I was a little kid, Sesame Street, very little tiny kid, toddler, Sesame Street was like the best. That was like the show, it was the show that, and I was obsessed with it. And there was this one, it's so funny because I remember it so vividly. And one of my best friends from college had the same one that also she remembered. There was an episode, I've got to, oh God, where Cookie Monster, who's this like, you know, real, you know, wild character, he's great, borrows Ernie's lawnmower. And he has to borrow the lawnmower and he goes, and he doesn't come back right when Ernie expected him to come back. And so Ernie spends this whole chunk of this scene in this episode saying, what if Cookie Monster broke my lawnmower? What if he broke it and then I have no lawnmower and then my weeds grow and then I can't mow the lawn and then it's terrible and then I can't get a new one and then what if the store doesn't have any new ones and then what if I need one and he does this whole crazy thing, and finally Cookie Monster shows up and says, hey Ernie, here is lawnmower, sorry I am late, and leaves. And Ernie has just spent this entire scene freaking himself out about all the things that could have happened to his lawnmower. Meanwhile, it's nothing. It's nothing. There he was. His lawnmower shows right up. So this is the thing. You can't pray for shit you don't want. You have to just trust that the path is opening for you, that it's all been working so far, that you're doing everything you can to get yourself where you're supposed to go. And take a deep breath and anytime you find yourself doing it, you just say, stop it. You just go, Raf, assez, Raf, enough. Enough. Raf, move your attention. Raf,
And
stop lawnmowing. Move your attention.
I've like worked on myself like a lot because I told you that back to September I wanted to stop my studies. It was because I didn't know what was how was the future gonna be. I want to know it, and I did like a work on myself to let the time pass and just leave the present moment, the instant, and just
All
don't
we
think
got
about
is
the
this.
future. And yes,
This is
and
all
I
we
think
have.
I've done a lot, and with this stream and with I have a lot of friends that help me a lot too. I'm improving, and I know that I need to like just let time goes and don't think too much, don't overthink. But that's hard, really hard.
It's hard if you make it hard. You don't have to,
Yeah.
you can decide to not make it hard. You can choose. You can say, I'm choosing not to let this be hard. I'm choosing to let this be easy. And anytime you do it, just say, stop it, enough, stop. You could do that. And it'll be annoying because you're in the habit of worrying, which I mean, how many of us? So many of us. I've been in the habit of worrying before, but you can choose every time to be like, nope, everything's happening for me. Nope, everything's good. I
And
only
like sometimes that's a bit weird, but I'm like thinking of like a great future, and I'm like super excited, but I'm alone. Like everyone is around me and saying, why are you happy? Like, and I'm thinking about my studies, my travels, and I'm like, that's gonna be great. And
yeah.
but I'm like a bit like alone in my world, and I'm like, yes, it's gonna be
You
great.
know what? You being this little center of great energy and excitement will be contagious to them. Think of it like that. Like you will raise the energy among the friend group by being the one who's not like leaning into being worried or being scared. Like they can all commiserate about being worried and scared. And then when they say, why isn't Hawk worried? You could say, it's all going to work out. I mean, whatever it is, it's going to be great. Wherever it goes, it's going to be great. I know I'm doing everything I can on the test. It's going to be
And
great. What do you
like I'm just
like?
talking with you, and I'm excited. Like I lost my fear. You know what? Because I'm thinking about that it's gonna be great, but I need like to stop overthinking and just say. And
Stop
sometimes
lawnmowing.
I'm like super happy, and it makes my day really good because I'm thinking my future is gonna be great. I'm gonna have like beautiful moments in my studies, but it's when I'm hardworking and I'm like on my book, and I'm thinking, what if I've not studied this for the exam, and just
It's very easy to go down the rabbit hole. It's very easy to do it. And particularly if you're saying you've got all these classmates who are also doing it, but
yeah,
you can choose
yes,
not to do
we're
that.
just
You could say, just that's not what I do. And be the one who doesn't do that. And then it's not, you don't have to worry about it. You have to study. You have to study. You have to be prepared. When you see evidence of what you have to work on, that's what you have to work on. But that's it. And then just be
and,
excited, and then just keep seeing yourself where you want to be, and see
and
yourself excited in business school, and see yourself in the city you want to be in, and see yourself succeeding, and see yourself getting the question and like your eyes lighting up and going off on the answer. Like just I love it. You're gonna smash it. You're gonna
yeah, the
smash
chat
it.
is
I
really
love
kind.
that.
Like I'm looking on like the screen, and everyone is so kind. Like, thank you very much. Like,
Yeah, we have a wonderful crew here, right?
yes,
Love
I
that. I
I
know we have
agree.
other before. Oh, Heimelin, yes, exactly. He is going to smash it. Screen is dark. Wait, why is the screen is black? Why is the screen black? What happened? Can you guys hear us? Abe, do
What
we know why the
screen?
screen is dark?
Oh,
Yeah, the screen is
that's
dark
not me.
on le TikTok. We know you can hear me, but you can't see me. I know that the camera's good. There's something going. There we are. Success. We're back. We're back. We're back. Oh my God, this is so nice. This is so nice. Yes, of course I know the Mercy actress. She's my best freaking friends. Of course I do. Somebody in TikTok is asking if I know Lucy.
Yeah, I know her.
I know. Yeah, exactly. We all know her. She's the best. Lucy is the greatest. All right, you. I'm très, très fort. I'm giving you such a big
Yes.
squeeze. You are such a
Yeah.
love. I'm very proud of you. You're gonna crush it. You're gonna smash it.
I really look forward for seeing myself like 5 years, like in 5 years, seeing myself like 5 years ago and saying I'm proud of you, you know, of what you've done and of
I'm
everything
already
that
so proud
went
of
like.
you. Yeah.
But it's not done. Like I need to finish this like to end these 2 years of really hard work and say I did it. I'm proud of myself, but I mean, the hardest part of the year, like it's really overwhelming, really like a lot of work, a lot of preparation, a lot of stress. But you know, I know it's gonna be fine. But I have like this little voice in my head that is saying, "Be careful." But I need to like push it.
Bye, knock it out. Nope, none of that. Not praying for that. Yeah, Raf is gonna smash it. Raf, I'm sending you such a big hug. I'm very proud of you. Please keep me posted on what happens.
Yes,
Keep me posted,
of
and
course I
keep
will.
telling yourself not to buy into any of that. Okay?
And before leaving, I want to like congratulate you for your prize, like with the theater like play on GTA. Like really proud of you too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm so
like
excited.
for
It was so great. It was
yeah,
so
yeah.
great.
Like I saw on Instagram, it was like, wow, I'm so proud. Like, it's great.
Thanks, Raf. I was so wait. So if you don't know what Raf is talking about, so over the spring and summer, I worked on this outrageous production of Hamlet in Grand Theft Auto. It was this like groundbreaking, outrageous production. And it was with all of these British actors and me. I was the token American. And we won this huge award in England. And I had to go to London in January to go to this award ceremony where we won. And we were in all the press. It was very great. So Raf is congratulating me. If you want to see it, just you can Google rustic mascara, or you can go onto YouTube and put in GTA Hamlet, and you can see the whole production. And there's actually a film of it being made, and we're going to be doing events doing the GTA Shakespeare project. So things will keep coming. Stay in the Discord. I'll keep you all posted, and I'll let you know on social media about it. But Raf, thank you. Yeah, it was really cool.
Thank you too very much. Like
Yeah.
you made my week, I guess. And final line, like I need to keep fighting, and it will be great.
You got
you
this.
know,
It's already
like,
done. You got
I've
this.
got the roles like in two months, and I will travel all around France in all the business schools to like with my suit, like my little how do you call that? But I will, it will be great. We are cravat, yeah.
Right.
And then I will travel like next year. I will go to Canada. I hope I will do my studies in Canada really much, like in Quebec. Oh, that's my dream. Like, oh, I have friends in Quebec, and then I will go to New York as well. So yes, yes, it's like it's.
Now you got to go to New York.
Yeah,
Fantastic. Okay, Moraf, I got to move on. I'm so proud of you.
Bye-bye.
I'm very excited for you.
Thank you so
Bye,
much.
honey. Take care. Ah, so sweet. Oh, I'm excited for Raf. It's such a big deal. Gosh. You know, it's so funny when you're in it with something like this. It's like the whole world just narrows down to this pinpoint, and everything in life is like all totally focused on how will you do on this one tiny thing, and this thing is going to determine everything else. And it's only later in your life that you have the perspective to realize that that's literally like just one weird crossroad on the map. Like who knows what direction comes out of that? Who knows what will be? Who knows what outside forces will happen or what other forces? You can't worry about any of it. All you can do is just be present and look toward what you want and work toward that and know that it's all happening for you and that it will all be fine. Very excited for Raf. It's very cool. Let me take a look. Wait. Yes, thanks to, right? Oh, so nice. Emily, I think that that's close enough. That's good. Wait, hold on. Let me look. What's going on? Right. Isn't Oh Lima Lime next? Am I right, Nespot? We got Lima Lime next. Lima Lime has been amazing and a very wonderful contributor in the Twitch right now to what's been going on with Raf. Let me see. You and the other VAs. Oh, that's so nice. Mephistopheles, thank you so much. That's really nice. Repulsion out. My gosh. After Golden Brig, all of these great things. My gosh. Guys, people who are just joining in on the lovely TikTok, you should know that this is an Ask Bird Mom episode. This is a real talk advice stream where we talk about stuff that is going on in your lives. I am not a doctor. I'm not a professional. I am just a trusted adult here as a good soundboard because I am here and I want to help. And I want to help you figure your stuff out and go forth in your fabulous lives. So hello, look at you. Hi. You look so cozy and cute.
I am cozy.
You look cozy and cute. I'm like, oh, I want that. That looks great. Oh, that looks terrific. Oh, that's nice. While I was in Paris, so I was doing showroom visits, and one of the showrooms I visited, there's a brand, they're a new brand. They're called God's True Cashmere, and it's Brad Pitt's company that he has funded, where he's making these cashmere shirts that look like plaid button downs. So they look like a regular plaid button down, but they're made of the most unbelievable cozy cashmere. I'm thinking of it because I'm looking at what you're wearing with you put on one of these plaid shirts and you're just like, like you never want to take it off. You never want to go anywhere else, not in this thing. So that's what you're wearing is reminding me of that.
That's that. I want one of those.
Yeah, me too. I know. We'll all win the lottery so we can all get them. They're $1 billion. They're amazing. They're
if I win, I'll get you one, and you win, you get me one.
I win, I get you one. Yeah. Deal. If either of us win, we get each other one. Done. Deal. I'm in. How is it going? I saw your question. Will you fill everyone in on what's going on?
Yeah, I'm quite, so I have ASD. They used to call it Asperger's, but then he turned out to not be a very nice person, so they just call it ASD now. Okay. So I'm like on the autism spectrum, but I'm very high functioning, like on the not noticeable end because I'm a girl. I have a 3-year-old son, and in October, on the 30th of October, I lost my mum. And she was like everything to me. She was everything. Yeah, she's been poorly for a long time. You know, she did like, sorry. I was like, I'm going to be cool. It's going to go so well.
Don't be sorry. It's already going so well. It's going so well. Don't even. I'm just here. You're totally safe. You're totally safe. Tell me.
She had something called pulmonary fibrosis.
Yeah.
It's a terminal illness. Nobody survives it. 50% of people last 3 years if they're lucky. Some last longer. So there was like nothing we could do. And I just don't know how to do it without her. I just like every day, like towards the end, I quit my job and I looked after her full time. And then when she was in hospital, I'd take my little boy to nursery and I'd speak on the phone to her. And I spoke to her multiple times throughout the day. And if she was at home, I'd drop my little boy off at nursery because he only goes for 3 hours a day. I'd go and spend time with her. We'd watch telly. I'd help her do all the bits she needed, like feed her, and that she could feed herself, but like prepare meals, help with the toilet, stuff like that. And then I'd go home, pick him up, and then we'd go back later and wait for people to get home. Or if my sister was in, she'd take over. And then now she's gone. I have like nothing. I have my little boy, but I have nothing to fill my day with. I don't know what to do with anything. I went from having someone to always talk to I feel like I've got no one to talk to. And everybody that I would talk to about it misses her too. So I don't want to upset them. But I just don't know what, and I don't want to do it without it. Do you know what I mean? And I just need someone, because I'm like on a waiting list for like talking mental health in England, but the NHS waiting times are like so long.
Yeah, I've heard so many things about the NHS. Yeah, it's
They're
great,
wonderful.
but there's
Yeah.
weight and there's things that
And I feel like there's like the colour's gone and everything's great, and I can feel myself like I don't brush my hair, hence why the hood's up. But I don't take care of myself, and it's just so, because she was the one person in my world. It was like she was my sun, and everything orbited around her. And since she's gone, the gravity's gone, and I just feel like I'm floating away.
you.
Does that make sense?
Of course, it makes sense. Of course, I mean, this is multiple. This is a multi-layered thing. First, I mean, losing your mother is the most seismic loss, and losing your parent is the most seismic grief event that happens in your life. And it's seismic for a long time. Like it's not something to rush through. It's not abnormal for it to rock you to your core. It's not abnormal for you to be in real grief. It's not abnormal for it to bring you to your knees. Like that is normal. That is normal. You are not. So the end of October is very recent. Like this just happened. So you have to allow this to wash over you and wash through you. And you have to be okay with it. You can't try to fight it. You can't deny it. You can't busy yourself through it. You can't make excuses or try to numb yourself through it. The best thing you can do for yourself is be very, very present and let it hit you in waves, because that's how grief is. And this kind of grief, it's waves. And often it'll be waves that knock you and you have to get up. And it's just getting up. This is the great thing about having a small child at a moment like this. As much as it's like, oh my gosh, I can't. I remember this so vividly. About it's maybe 15 years ago. Beloved friends of mine lost their father to ALS. And I loved their father. And I was I'd been at the funeral, and then I went back to the house with them. And it was just the air was out of the room. All of us, the air was out of the room. And they all had small kids. They all had toddlers. And even with everybody knocked to the floor, the kids still had to be fed, and the diapers still needed to be changed. And this one was still chasing that one. And it was like the greatest gift that there were these young people who needed to, like, you still have this, they stay
still
first
have to be
sign that life is continuing, and that like life stops for no one. Like even when these things happen, life will keep lifing. Kids keep needing to be fed and taken to nursery school and needing to be tucked in and that's a good thing. That helps you through this. Even if it sucks sometimes, even if it's like, oh my gosh, get your own freaking breakfast. Like, even put yourself to bed. Like, it's the worst. It's the worst. It's like
the best and the worst. Yeah.
It's also the best, but it's also the best. It's both. So let
Yeah.
yourself go through this, and don't try to force yourself not to be going through it. Then there's also the fact that you have been her primary caretaker through her illness toward the end. So the loss of her not only is the loss of her, but it's also the loss of what you were doing every day. So there's this there's the mom hole, and then there's this hole. So this is even more seismic. Like, this is a big. So what are a few things you could do to take care of yourself? What are a few things you haven't done or aren't doing that you could do that would feel like you taking care of yourself?
Could start with brushing my hair, I suppose.
There we go. A little hair brushing, sure.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Sounds good. That sounds good. What are some other things? What are some things that would feel like you were taking care of yourself, that would feel like this is something good I'm doing for myself, that I'm taking care of myself?
I don't know, really. I've never been overly social. I've never really.
Doesn't even have to be social. Just, have you been taking walks? Have you been out in the fresh air? Have you been taking walks at all?
No, it snowed this week. I certainly haven't been walking.
Walk in the snow. It's fun to take your kid out in the snow.
Oh, we did. We've got a little garden at the front of the bush, and he just walked in circles, saying how cold it was. Do you want to go inside? No. No. Why would I want to go inside? He's being diagnosed for autism too. Odd that. And so he's not very verbal. Do you want to go
Okay.
inside? No, it's so cold. Well, do you want to go inside? No. Just walks in a circle.
Well, you know what though? Like, he's telling the truth in the best possible way, because even though it's so cold outside, the sensation of being in the cold and being in the snow is so, I mean, it's so exciting to your system and your senses. Did you bundle him up? Did you get him really bundled?
Yeah, he had a big coat on, and then he wouldn't take the coat off. We had to carry him in the end because he was shivering. So we carried him in, and then he had a massive hissy fit, but he got over it eventually.
Okay.
And then cried when the snow was gone.
So he loved it. Okay, I think you need to make it a daily practice that you and he go out for a walk for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You don't have to go for a very ambitious walk. You don't have to go, but ideally try to go in a different direction each day. If there's a park you can walk to, great. If it's just you can walk to the corner shop to get some sweets or whatever, or go to 20 minutes, the two of you take a walk, just to be outside and just observe things. And just be like, oh, look, because this is that time of year where, like, it looks like the buds are coming up. Oh, look, it looks like there's some leaves coming. Oh, look, the dogs are doing this. Oh, look, it looks like, and just make a practice for 20 minutes of just observing stuff.
Yeah.
The two of you, and make it a game with him. I know he's not very verbal, but it sounds like he's appreciating things and he's seeing things. So that's, and then that's outside in the air, in the fresh air, whether it's gray or whether it's one of the days where there's a little sun or whatever, or even if it's in the rain and you have rain slickers on and you have umbrellas and boots, whatever, but you just get outside. Look at this. Look how muddy it is. Let's splash. We'll splash and this is I'm soaking wet. Like 20 minutes that you both get outside and get a little air, and it's just to get outside of yourselves and get outside your house and get a little bit of fresh air. Now, what? You're brushing your hair. Tell me, what other things are you cooking? Are you eating well? What are you eating? What are you doing?
More inconvenient. Yeah, I don't because I used to cook with my mum when I lived with her, and then when I moved out, I got a bit slack, and so it was really easy to reheat stuff, and so maybe just start. I can cook, I just choose not to. Yeah.
Is there stuff you like to cook?
I'm a really, really fussy eater. So like I would make stuff for the whole family, then I would always end up having something different. So I mean, I like pasta. I can cook well. Dried. I don't make fresh pasta because I don't do that, but I can make a pasta bake like anybody.
Okay, so then that would that feel like you were taking care of yourself? Would that feel
I think
there would
so.
be a thing that felt like you were taking care of yourself? Okay, so you could take the walk in the fresh air. Okay. Are there chores? Are there things are there like projects in the house that like were things that, oh, if I had time, I would take care of this. I would do this thing.
Yeah.
It would feel good that you would be like, oh my gosh, I'll be so happy if that gets done. Are there any things like that?
Yeah, there's things I could do with my little boy's dad, my partner, because I'm not very, but yeah, we could do with decorating if we saved up a little bit. It's been the same since we moved in, it really. There's yeah, it could do with a good once over the house, a spring clean. We could do something.
Can you give him jobs to do? Can you give him like,
I always give him jobs to do.
oh, good. That's good parenting. That's good parenting. Good. Yeah. You give him jobs to do so that he feels accomplished, and you can like applaud him for helping and doing what he's doing. And maybe while you do these things, you can just keep repeating to yourself, I'm taking care of myself. I'm taking care of this. I'm proud of myself. I'm taking care of this.
I mean, I'm proud he's still alive, to be fair. You know, I've kept him alive. He's nearly 4. That's impressive.
I'm taking care of us. I'm
Yeah.
taking care of us. I'm taking care of me. I'm taking care of him. I'm taking care of us. And it's you modeling for him how people take care of themselves.
Yeah.
You know, which is invaluable for him to see how mom takes care of herself. Like it's important, particularly in times where mom is not feeling so great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he can tell.
Of course he can tell. They can tell everything. Are you kidding? Of course.
I mean, he's very unobservant. So you'll say to him, say his name 3 times, nothing. It's nothing there. Albie, oh hello. You've only been talking to me for half an hour.
I have a joke. So my son, who's 14, I have a joke with it. Like, it's not even a joke at this point, but I'll like say his name a bunch of times and I'll just nothing. Then I scream it. And he's like, why are you screaming? And I'm like, if I say it 5 times, you don't hear me. Like, I have to scream it for you to hear. It's like, yeah. So I get it. I feel your pain. But
Yeah.
You got to get the attention. I want you to do some nice things for yourself, like things that make you feel cared for.
Yeah.
And it's more important that you're doing it for you. Like that you do the thing to take care of yourself. It's like, oh, you know what? I really need a haircut, and go get a haircut.
I do need a haircut.
Go get a haircut. I really need, if you see, I mean, you don't have to get expensive. If you get a cheap bunch of flowers and be like, ooh, that would be so nice if I had those, like just little stupid things that feel like you're cooking the meal, taking the walk, doing the thing that's been sitting, doing those things to take care of yourself in a time when you're going through grief. And it feels, and you're going through grief, and you're also going through figuring out what you're going to do next. Those are the things that keep you cared for and able to make your next decisions and make your next moves. When you neglect yourself or you deny yourself that space in a time like this, you're making it worse for yourself to get through what you need to get through right now. So
yeah, I've definitely
Go ahead.
been burying myself in like Overwatch. I was introduced to Overwatch 2 days before she died by my sister. So I've literally been Overwatch and like buried it in all that, and I think I've used that to try and forget that my mum's not here anymore. And yeah, so it's
Well,
definitely
still
helped
Overwatch
you.
is great. Are you doing it with your sister? Are you socializing with
Well, in the beginning, she did it with when she felt sorry for me that I was so sad, and now she plays with her friends.
Jerk? Oh my God. Tell her
She
she has
will
to play with you
sometimes.
a little.
She's a mercy main, but if she's DPS, she'll play Pharah, which is how I found you. Because I was like, oh well, looking through TikTok, and I thought, oh, I wonder if Farah's person has a TikTok, and you did.
Oh my gosh. I love that that's how you found me. Oh, really happy. I love that's how you found me. Okay, so there's your sister who's
Yeah.
someone, can you talk to her at all?
I did. Well, everybody seems to be coping with it better. I've got a brother who's also autistic. We're a house full of specials. Um, he's struggling. He's going bald. He's
Okay.
only 20. She seems okay, but I feel like she sometimes thinks that I don't want to bring their mood down. If they're having a good day and I'm having a bad day, I don't want to make them have a bad day when they're having a good day, when they're like, do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but you're all going through the same thing. So even though like you might get hit with waves on different days, the idea that you could be there for each other, particularly at a moment when you're all feeling the same loss, differently, albeit in different, but that you're all there and all going through it at the same
Yeah.
time means that, you can be a help to each other at a time
They've
like
definitely helped me. They definitely have, and I've said I'm there for them. And there's an age. I'm 27, nearly 28, and they're 20 and 21, so they're quite a bit younger than me. And I feel sorry for them that my brother didn't even make his 20th birthday with her alive, and I almost feel a bit guilty that I've had more time with her. It's a strange feeling to have, but then I'm really glad I had the extra time with her because she was only 55 when she died. So yeah, I do. Maybe I just need to lean on them, but I just worry about them, and I don't want to put extra pressure on them.
Well, rather than thinking about leaning on them, why not just say that you want to just be there for them? It doesn't have to be necessarily you. It can
Yeah,
be you saying like, that there's a saying, I think it's a Jewish saying about how when you lose someone in the family, if a family is like a circle and you lose someone, it just means that the circle can get tighter.
yeah, that
So
makes
if you're saying that they're 20 and 21, even if they're handling it gracefully, or if your sister is handling it gracefully, everyone is going through it.
yeah,
Everyone is feeling seismic shocks like that, all of you. And maybe she thinks she can't show that she is, and that's why it looks like she's doing better, but you're each going through it.
yeah,
So the more you can all just be there for each other, and maybe just all be doing nice things for each other and doing things to help take care of each other, like that will make you feel better too.
yeah,
If you feel yourself feeling that you're helping, that will feel good to you. And they would be grateful. You could feel grateful, like it that could feel good for
yeah.
all of you.
I could. I think when she first died, we spent a lot of time together, and I would spend a lot of time there.
Yeah.
Because my he doesn't travel very well, Albie. He escapes out of his car seat when I'm going down the road, and that panics me. So we don't. I feel quite restricted a lot of the times because I feel like if I go somewhere, I'm worried he's gonna get out, and I'll get distracted in the car, and then something will happen. So I stay in a lot. But I think if I just maybe need to I need to find a way to keep him contained, and then I can see them more, and spend more time with them because they only live 10 minutes down the road in the car. But when I feel like I can't
Um,
take him anywhere, it feels a lot further. But
what
I can still
happens when
ring them.
he's with them? Are they good with him?
So my brother, when he's too loud, my brother doesn't like it because he's got like sensory loud noise issues. But he likes him otherwise, as long as he's not loud. And my sister is Albie's favourite person in the entire world. He calls her his squishy. So, you know, he loves her and she loves him. So it would be good to see them more. You know, she's just got back from a month in Spain, actually, because my granddad lives there. So she went over there to try and deal with her grief, I think, have a bit of time away. Yeah, so she's just back. The last Saturday she came back. Not the one, just that one.
Oh, you should, this would be good for everyone. Then this would
Yeah,
and then it would be good for Albie, it would be good for your sister, it'd be good for your brother, it'd be good for everybody. If you even told Albie, you have a job when you're with your uncle, quiet with him, just and make it a job, that it's a game when you're with him. And when we leave, we can scream. When we leave, we can yell. But when we're with him, we're quiet. Like,
yeah,
turn it into a game, and then I feel like that would feel good to you. That would feel good to them.
yeah. I do like being there, and I think that it's. I know it's like it is a blessing and a curse, Albie. You know, like I didn't mean that. That sounded really bad.
No,
Like,
I get it. Of course, come on, we're good.
He's the only reason I get up at the minute is because I have to get up. But
Right.
also, when I feel like I need to do something for me, I feel restricted because his dad works long hours. He works 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. And only gets 2 days off a week. So I feel like in the week it's just me and him. And I haven't, before my mum was poorly, she was my support system. And then now, since she's gone, I have my sister, but she doesn't drive and she's too antisocial to get the bus. So it relies on me traveling to them. Do you know what I mean? So
I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean. You know, there's a thing somebody said to me when my son was very young that was so true, and I didn't understand it fully until a little later. They said to me, you know, with children, the days are long, but the years are short. And it all goes by very quickly. So as much as the days feel long, and particularly when you are dealing with what you're dealing with and what you have to allow yourself to deal with what you're dealing with, these days can feel endless. But I assure you, they're going to be over before you know it. He's going to be big before you know it. He's going to be like much more independent. You know, depending on what's going to, I don't know exactly how. I know you said he's not quite as verbal. He's going to be much more independent as he gets older. So for now, like, just trust that he's exactly what you're supposed to be having in your life right now to keep you waking up. And just know that this is going to pass. Know that the grief, while it won't ever, I mean, you'll always miss your mother. But it won't be seismic like this. It won't knock you over forever. It will only be a period where it knocks you over the way it is right now. So that will pass. Him being so little will pass. This is a great time to focus on making sure to take care of yourself and be close, trying to do anything you can with them. Like, even as you take care of yourself, maybe go over to their house and make the pasta. Go over to the house where they are and be like, I'm going to cook us all dinner. I bet they'll be like, whoa, what's happening? Like, that probably would be great.
Because he always cooks there, so.
I'm coming over to cook. Like that. I'm picking us all up. We're all going and doing this. Like, you know, and you get to be the big sister to all of them. Like, that would probably make you feel really good too, because that also would fill that spot that's feeling so empty right now.
Yeah, I think that's
playing Overwatch is not the worst thing in the world. If you play some Overwatch, that's okay.
I love playing Overwatch. I'm not very good at it.
I'm the worst. I'm terrible. So bad.
Don't say that. You're a pro Pharah player.
I am so bad. So bad. I'm terrible. I have all these pro Pharah players who teach me, and I'm just my hand-eye coordination abominable. But it's fun. I like it.
No, thank you ever so much for talking to me.
I'm sending you a really big hug. Will you please stay in touch with me and let me know what's going on and how you're doing?
Yeah, I'm in the Discordy thing, but I don't know how to work, but I'm in it.
Okay, perfect. There
I
we
sound
go.
so old.
There
I
we
don't know how
go.
to work. Yay!
I am sending you so much love. Please, please take care of yourself. Prioritize. Just say, like, what is the nice thing I can do for myself today? What is the thing I can do for myself today that feels like I'm taking care of myself? Because
She
that will
loves
feel,
daffodils. I'm
yeah.
gonna buy some daffodils.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's
Yeah.
perfect. I love a daffodil. That's perfect.
She loved daffodil. She would go driving and would like I'd be driving and she'd shout at the top of her lungs, "Daffs!" and I'd nearly crash. Like, what is the wrong with you? And she'd go, "There's daffodils growing." So
And she
I'll buy
totally
some.
wants you to have daffodils in the house.
Yeah,
You got it. So go get daffodils.
I
Definitely
will
go
get
get
some
some
daffodils.
daffodils. Yeah. And
Yeah,
take the walks with Albie. That would be really
I
good. Like
will.
get the air and get a haircut. She you
Yeah,
know she wants you to take care of herself. You know she'd
I
be,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, when
Okay.
she's watching me from the corner cupboard, that's what she wants.
Good. 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 I'm sending you a really big hug. I'm hugging you. So good luck. Please keep in touch with me and let me know how you're doing.
I will. Thank you ever so
Okay.
much for talking to me. It's been a
Of
pleasure.
course. Of
And
course.
to meet the Pharah. Hello.
And to meet you. So feeling is mutual. The Olam. Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. How do I hang up? Just I don't.
Nespot.
Oh, there.
Yes, we got it. We got it. Oh my God. So I'll tell you guys a story. So I have a very dear friend who's a mentor. She's a mentor of mine. She blows my mind. And she's like one of those people who like always very much seems to have her shit together. Like no nonsense. And in the last couple of weeks, like a major family crisis befell, totally unexpected, out of the blue, major crisis, seismic. And she has been completely committed to the things that are all about taking care of herself in this moment. She hasn't abandoned herself at all. And watching her and how she's going through this, how focused she is on making sure that she is taking care of herself. That means she's staying hydrated. She's drinking water. She's making sure she's hydrated. She's eating healthy food and making sure not to either dive into whatever the junk food might be or stop eating because she's in shock or whatever. So she's eating well. She's sleeping. She's allowing herself as much sleep as she wants. She's like, I'm absolutely getting all of my rest. She's exercising. She's getting her workouts. Sometimes they're short. Sometimes they can't be as much as they usually are. Sometimes they're not. But she's doing her work. She loves her job. And so when she's working, she's completely focused on her work, but she's not getting lost in it. And she's not overbooking herself. And she's not committing herself to a million things. And she told me that what she normally would do in a situation like this would be to make herself so busy as to not feel it. And I really understand that because I can be someone who will make myself so busy to not feel the thing that's going on in my life, the thing that's that I need to be dealing with. She's kept her schedule clear so she can be present with herself. She can focus on the things she needs to focus on to take care of herself. And then she knows that the time will pass and that she will be in the next place after she's taken care of herself. And what she said to me was, the thing she's most proud of in this crisis is that she's never abandoned herself. And I think this resonated with me so much because I'm someone who can look for an excuse to abandon myself. Like, oh my God, I'm away on this trip again. All bets are off. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to pay attention to anything. I'll, eat all the food or drink all the things or do I can totally abandon whatever the mission was because I'm busy with something else. Or if something seismic will happen, I might make myself really busy so as not to feel it, because it can be scary to allow yourself to feel it. It can be scary to let yourself go through it. Because, you know, when you're going through a big thing, you might be afraid that you'll never come out of it. So I think we all need to trust ourselves that life is going to happen, things will happen. We can feel our feelings and go through these waves that we're supposed to feel, the whole gamut of our human experience. And we can trust that we will get out of it and that the next thing will come. And to take very, very gentle, good care of ourselves in those kinds of times. I'm just inspired to talk about that. You know, I've been thinking about her a lot, and then seeing this last person on, I don't know, I'm thinking about her. Oof. All right, hold on a second. Let's see what's going on next. There's Lady Maria H. Hi, Issa Jordan. Hey, Katie Clementine. Hey, Mephistopheles. What's going on? Hey, Salty Yuri. Nespot, did that make sense what I was just saying? Thanks, honey. Oh, Yuri, that's very nice that you say that. I think a lot of people understand people. I think people, when they don't understand other people, it's because they're afraid to. I think sometimes it's scary if you actually like slow down and listen to someone, because then you're afraid that you'll be vulnerable to your own fears or your own concerns. But trust that everyone is going through something. No one doesn't have shit. Everyone has their shit. So the more you can be in touch with yourself and the more you can take good care of yourself, the better you can be to everyone around you, and the more of an inspiration you can be to the people around you. Like this person, I'm telling you, this person going through this thing, like, I think she was probably nervous telling me about what was going on, and didn't realize that it was so inspiring to see someone take such good care of themselves in a time of crisis. Like, it's very inspiring. I hope to be that for myself and for people the next time something big happens in my life. Anyway, we'll move on. You did great. I wouldn't have known that you were so nervous. You were wonderful. Oh, guys, you guys are wonderful. You guys in the chat are so delicious. I'm so happy seeing everyone talk so supportively to each other. Thank you. Hey, user 2330862821835. Hello there. Hello, Adewesti. Hello, Tomos. Hello, Brady Wolf. This is so nice. Okay, we have a question that was a write-in from a young viewer who sent this in. Nespot, will you tell me what that question was? Wasn't this from Gabby Wabby?
Okay, now they can hear me. Yeah, give me a sec.
No worries.
I don't want to say the whole. I don't want to say the beginning of it because I don't want to leak some shit. But basically, the rest of it is I'm getting stressed of school, and if there's any way you can give me advice, if you know why I'm stressed or tired. We do not have more info. That's kind of all we got.
We got. Oh, come on,
Yeah.
Gabby. Okay, I thought that we had more stuff. Okay, I will say this. Gabby Webby is very young and in school. So the stress that they're feeling about their schoolwork is early stuff. Now, I know for New York City, like when my son was in elementary school and then middle school, there was I don't think this person's in elementary school. But I know that each of those transitions to get into the next level of school was college-like pressure on these little kids, which is ridiculous. Like, you shouldn't be in 4th grade and 7th grade worrying about your test scores and your whether your grades are going to get you into the next school. I think it's just way too young for a kid to be worrying too hard about that. I know that a lot of us all wanted to be the best students or felt pressure from my parents. And you should always, try to do your best at whatever it is you're doing. But for those things to impact how you think you're going to do in life is nuts, in my opinion. All of this to say, Gabby, I hope that you know that it's all happening for you. I hope that you know, and it sort of reminds me of the things that I said to Raf. If you are able to tell yourself a different story about your schoolwork, if you're able to tell yourself that you'll just do the best that you can do on your work, and you'll ask for help for the things you need help with, and then just know that you'll find yourself in the right places from that, that's what I would recommend for right now. I wish I had more information, because then I feel like I could give you more specific direction, but that's what I got. So if you're watching, I hope that helps. Okay. So wait, what was this? Literally, it was so ridiculous that, oh my gosh. Yeah, Manta Bay, you know this. It was ridiculous, right? It was crazy. Lumi, I wish I could go back to school stress, right? Yes, Ness does have a lovely voice. I agree. Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. They make it insane to get into middle school, to get into high school. They even made it insane to get into the elementary school you wanted. I mean, the process is madness. But the good thing they say is that kids who've gone through this, getting into college is a breeze, because you've gone through this multiple times when you're younger with fewer choices. So let's see. Hopefully that's the case. But anyway, Gabby, I wish you luck. Now, we've got one more, correct, Nespot, for today? Wait, and guys, for those of you who don't know, because I said it in the very beginning, this is the first of a series of 4 bird moms. So if you have an issue that you want to talk about on Ask Bird Mom, you need to go into the chat and talk to Abe or to Ness. You need to join the Discord. We've got the links, and ask. You should DM Ness or go into the Ask Bird Mom chat and say that you have a question. It's going to be at 5 o'clock for the next 3 weeks. This was the first one. And I think our next week might already be all full. I'm not even sure, but we have 3 weeks in a row. So if you have something that you want to talk through, please, please, please send in your questions. And if we can fit you in, we will fit you in. Okay. So ABMs for the next 3 weeks. This is the first of 4 weeks at 5 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. GMT. All right. Who do we got? I know, a marathon, Lumi. It's like the old days. It's like pandemic days. Remember we used to do them every Monday? You were in on those. Ness is amazing. I agree.
Yes, that's correct. Chatter.
Commander Rolius, do I agree with your username? I don't know what it means. Why would you, Commander Rolius, why would you think you could command me to say something? You have to be polite. You have to say, Jen, would you please say? You can't write something like that. That's not polite. Come on. So and it's a Bird Mom stream too. All right, onward. Who do we got?
It was Silver Cord on the line. First time chattered. What? Okay.
Oh, Commander Alyssa, you're sorry. Thank you. I'm glad you're sorry. Thank you. Now you have to remember. This reminds me, my mother used to do this to my brother's best friend. She would hang up the phone on him. This is back when he used to have to call the house and they didn't have cell phones. So he'd call the house and he wouldn't say, hello, Mrs. Cohn. My mother.
Hello?
Hello. Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing? Tell me your first name.
My name is Alex. You can call me Silver, though.
Silver is done. That's perfect. That sounds great. I love it. How are you doing? What's going on?
Not much. I've just been home all day.
Where is home?
I live in like the St. Louis area.
Oh, I love
America.
St. Louis. I was in St. Louis. A dear friend of mine is a professor there.
Oh,
so
wow,
I've been
really?
to St. Louis a handful of times. Yeah. Yeah, I've spoken at one of the schools there.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Very cool. Hi. Hello there. So tell me what's going on.
Well, the questions I posted a while ago was referring to a relationship I've been in with somebody I met online, but he's been my boyfriend for over about to be 4 months actually. And
Nice.
recently things haven't been going so well because he hasn't been talking as much. There's been long periods of time where he'll go without saying anything to me at all. And it's kind of gotten to be a problem, especially on Valentine's Day, which happened. Uh, a lot of things happened, and I didn't hear from him for the entire day. And it took a lot on my mental, and I actually ended up having a panic attack at work over it for the first time. And basically, I was just trying to ask, maybe it's better if I just go back to being friends with him instead of continuing to pursue this relationship, because it feels like, bless you, it feels like,
Thank you.
oh, bless you, it
Thank
feels like a lot of pressure is being put on both of us to continue being in this relationship when we've never even met face to face.
I want you to give me more background information. So he became your boyfriend online. Did you guys
Yes,
meet playing games? Did you guys
we
meet?
met on we met on VR chat actually.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what that is. VR chat is like this. It's a VR game where you can go online and meet a bunch of people in different worlds. I met him in like a karaoke world, actually.
Okay. I like that. That's cool. That's
Yeah,
very cool. And so you met, and was it like an off the bat, there was a spark? Was it because you were saying go
we
back to
started
being
dating.
friends?
We started dating a week after we met, so that we connected like pretty quickly.
Okay.
Uh,
And how much were you talking when that first week, and then in those first couple of weeks?
every day. It was no exaggeration. Every day, as soon as I got home from work and he got home from school.
Okay. And so you had for hours every day
For hours. It
okay.
was all the time. My friend, who I live with, actually got really annoyed because I spent all my time with him instead of with my friend.
Okay.
it,
And
it was
that it was like that for how long?
it was like that until around like the week before Valentine's Day, when suddenly everything started going silent.
Now, what preceded it going silent? Did anything happen that preceded that it started to get quiet?
Nothing of major note that I could think of at the moment. It felt like pure bliss, and then it felt like I couldn't get him to say anything to me if I wanted to.
Literally went hot and cold on you? Like literally just went cold.
It definitely felt like that. Yeah, there was a period before then where it was like 3 days he went without responding to me, but he apologized for it, saying he was like going through something and he didn't feel like talking to people. But now it's like I haven't done anything with him for like 2 weeks.
You haven't spoken in 2 weeks?
I mean, I say good night and he'll say good night back, and that's about it.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Did he tell you whatever it is that was going on with him that caused him to clam up?
No, he just keeps saying that he doesn't feel like talking to people.
My first reaction hearing this is it's very difficult for you to have any grasp of the story when you don't know the story.
Right. And that's
Like,
exactly my problem.
well, it's a problem, and it's also a solution, because if you don't know what the story is and they don't want you to know what the story is, then it really sort of forces you to limit your investment here. Like if it's your boyfriend of 4 months and something major is happening with them and they won't tell you what it is, and then they don't want to talk, it sort of limits how invested you can allow yourself to be, or should allow yourself to be, because how can you be invested if you don't even know what you're invested in, right?
Right.
I get the sense you're feeling very invested, even though you don't know what you're invested in.
Well,
Tell me.
I struggle a lot with abandonment issues. There's been a lot of times in my life where I've had people who I looked up to and like loved, and they kind of just like left me hanging. So I like to cling a lot to the people that I do have, and sometimes that can lead to not good things.
Okay. So then what's going on right now are two backstories playing out on this current situation, because you're reacting, it sounds like, to old stories playing in your head about old abandonment things, and he's got whatever he's got going on that's informing his behavior that we don't even know what it is, but it's causing him to retract, which is causing you to feel more abandoned, right? Does that
Right.
sound accurate?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay, my first thought is you cannot take this personally. Whatever is going on with him is what's going on with him. It most likely has nothing to do with you. 90 to 95% probable that has nothing to do with you. If he won't tell you what it is, it has nothing to do with you. So then it's fun. You know what? This is funny. I just told Abe and Ness a story. When I was in college, there was this guy that I got involved with for a few months. And I don't know what it was with this guy. I had a lot of stuff going on in my life. There was a lot of drama. And you know, this is actually a perfect story. This is a perfect thing to say right now, because from where we just came from and what we're talking about now. So it was a moment in my life where there was lots of chaos and I was afraid to feel it. I didn't want to feel it. So I threw myself emotionally into this relationship with this guy. So this was where I wanted to focus my energy. And something about this guy, the way I describe it, is it's like he was a perfect screen for me to play my movie on. He was just whatever it was about the shape of his screen and the texture of the fabric and the pull cord and the whatever it was, this guy was the most perfect canvas for me to just decide he was all of these things and I could play a movie on this guy. And when it became clear that this guy was not the movie I was playing, he was just a canvas for me to play my movie on, I was devastated. It was like my heart was ripped out of my chest. I was so devastated. But the reason I was so devastated was because it was the loss of my movie. It had nothing to do with this guy. It was really about me wanting this scene to be playing out. He was never that. It was about me. It was all about me and my story. And so when you tell me that you have abandonment issues, but he's got something else happening. So he's not actually abandoning you. He's lost in his crap. And he's just lost doing his thing. I get this sense that it isn't personal and it isn't where you should be playing out your abandonment feelings. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does that seem possible?
it could. A lot of times I end up overreacting in these kind of situations because I feel like I'm pushing people away with how I guess wanting for um company I am.
Right.
And in the beginning it felt like he was just as clingy to me as I was to him. And I guess being this radio silent has kind of made me start overthinking things.
I mean, in the beginning of any romance, it's all hot and exciting and you want to talk all the time and it's that thing, but it's normal for it to trickle off some, but for him to withdraw completely means that something else is afoot. And it doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything wrong with you. Like I said, I have a feeling it has nothing to do with you. I have a feeling it has to do with whatever's going on with him. I mean, if it had to do with you, he probably would have said as much. The fact that he still wants to say goodnight, or that you're hearing back from him, I think he's got his own stuff going on. Now, how would you, in an ideal world, how would you want it to be in terms of communication with you and a boyfriend?
I just I would like it if he's like going through something and he like wants to just distance himself from people, that you would let me know and like would give me like just like the occasional update, maybe once every 3 days or something, how he's feeling, you know?
Yes, that would be much better, but you can't make people be different.
Right.
Like, have you said to him, if you just let me know every few days how you're doing, that would suffice? Or he's just out to lunch?
I haven't said anything like that, no, but I do tell him he can talk to me about anything because I'll always be there for him. Because I do genuinely love him as a person. I just wish he would talk more.
I see
Because a
how,
lot of times he doesn't
yeah,
even say goodnight back.
he doesn't.
A lot of times, yeah.
You clearly have such a good heart. I see how sweet-natured you are. I see how good-natured you are. I see you. And I see you. I'm looking at you.
Thank you.
This doesn't sound like someone who is treating you the way that a boyfriend should be treating you. And it probably has nothing to do with you. It sounds like it has everything to do with him. The fact that it has nothing to do with you doesn't make that less crappy. It still is crappy. But I think that this is a good moment for you to decide how you want to be treated and how you'll accept being treated. Like, this doesn't sound like the kind of boyfriend you want to entertain.
So do you think maybe it would be a good idea if I wanted to just ask him to be friends instead of dating?
I think I would say to him, I obviously care a great deal for you, but it seems like you're really not in a place to be boyfriends. Why don't we take a break?
Okay.
I really care for you and I'm here for you, but it seems like you're just not in a place to be available the way we thought it was going to be. My door is open, but I don't think that this is I don't think that this is working for us right now. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm reading what's being said. You do, exactly. You deserve so much love and kindness, Silver. That I don't think that you should allow yourself to get in the habit of accepting dregs from people. Like, if you're telling me that it's been going on for weeks that he's been non-communicative and not saying goodnight, and not, I think for you, because you're someone shiny and special, you should choose to be with someone who treats you like you're shiny and special. And again, it's not about you. And it's not about, does he think you are? Does he, because none of that, that's not even relevant. It sounds like he's got shit going on that you don't know what it is, and he's not willing to talk about it, which means it's not your problem. But taking care of you is your problem. So you get to take care of you and say, okay, next boyfriend, I like how it starts. I like when it's all hot and bothered. I like meeting in karaoke rooms. I like that he was this. What are the qualities of his that you like so much? What makes him so good?
It felt like internally we were like the same person, basically. We liked a lot of the same stuff and we acted in a lot of the same ways. And I felt as though we had a genuine connection when we met on that week, that first week. I couldn't stop thinking about him. And I've never felt that way about anyone before or since.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting when that happens. It's going to happen again, Silver. I promise. It happens. It's not just once. This is not a one-time thing. That thing happens. So, okay. So we know for the order, I'm a big believer in, with dating, you're constantly refining your order. It's like refining your order for the perfect hamburger, like exactly the way you like to order your burger. So we know you need the butterflies, you need the excitement, you need that frisson of recognition. You need that thing where, like, you know, the two souls meeting in the night. You need that exciting spark when you first meet. You need someone who is attentive and who responds to you. It can't be someone who like drops everything all day, every day, forever, because that's unrealistic. People have to have lives. But someone who's responsive and communicative, someone who tells you what's going on with them, and so is vulnerable and is willing to share and is available and is generous. So now we have qualities on the burger. We know we like it medium rare, not well done. We know we like it with mayonnaise and mustard, not too much ketchup. We know we like it like this is order refinement.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because this isn't your burger, or at least he isn't your burger right now. He might have to get cooked on the grill more and get fried onions put on him or something. But whatever's going on with him, he's not ready to be your burger. Which doesn't mean that, and he's not my burger because he doesn't care about me. No, there's nothing. It's a burger. It has nothing to do with whether he cares about it. That's not the thing. The thing is, he's got his own stuff and he's not your burger right now. Does that make sense? Does that resonate at all? I say that?
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah. Whatever's going on with him, I think, has nothing to do with you. And you may never know what's going on with him. And it doesn't matter because it's not your story. Let him deal with his story. But for your story, for you to be hanging on, hoping that he'll be something when you don't know what he is. But meanwhile, he showed you that all the buttons exist. If you're saying he's the first one who like set you off like that, it's so exciting. So that means that all of the mechanics work. That means that all of your electrical systems are in place and firing correctly. Seriously, seriously. So that means that you will know that next time you meet someone who's a contender, all the lights are going to go off. All the things are going to happen. You're going to be like, oh, a contender.
Yeah.
See, which is great, which is great, which is exciting, which means that you're alive, which means that it's working. Like, oh God, that was so, I loved that. Oh, it's been a while. I mean, I love I'm with my husband a very long time. I'm like, we're forever already. But like, oh, when you met someone new and it was like that thing that so good.
Yeah, it was certainly something, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So in my humble and not knowing what is going on with him opinion, I think you very sweetly tell him that he's great, but this isn't what it looks like for you, or this isn't how you, that obviously this is not the right time for the two of you, and that you're here, but that this obviously isn't the right time. That you wish him well, that you hope that whatever he's going through, you'd love to be here to help him if he needs help, but obviously this isn't the right time, because this isn't how boyfriends do things.
Right. Well,
Are
thank
you
you.
okay? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
okay?
I'm okay.
Does
Yeah,
that sound right to you? Does that sound?
that sounds exactly what I've been thinking.
Is there any part of it that still feels upsetting, or is it just upsetting because the picture is done of this one?
Yeah, it's just the finality of it. It's a lot considering all the things that we did
Yeah.
together. It's gonna be hard to get over with, but I think I can do it.
Well, I mean, look, if it's meant, he'll come back. And that happens. If it's meant, when he figures out his crap with whatever it is, then he'll be in touch with you and be like, oh my gosh, I couldn't talk because blah, 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 but I miss you and I can't. And I would, and you'll figure that out if it's meant. But it maybe was just meant to be the first big, exciting one, just to show you what it's like and then what it shouldn't be like. I mean, if everything that happens in your life is for you to learn from, maybe that's what this has been. Which
That
means
makes
it's
a
not
lot
like,
of sense.
yeah, which means it's been a success because you've learned a tremendous amount.
I guess deep down we all hope the first one is the right one.
Oh, thank God my first one wasn't the right one. Shit. No, we don't. No, we don't. You definitely don't want the first one to be the right one. Imagine how boring life would be if the first one was the right one. I mean, not that there haven't been very happy people who have one first love and that's it forever, tra-la-la, two ducks mate, off they go, whatever. But the vast majority of people who have like thrilling, exciting lives, you better kiss a bunch of frogs. You got a lot of frogs to kiss. Are you kidding? Yeah. How do you know what kind of burger you like if you've only ever tasted one burger? You have
I
to
guess
have
that's
lots of
true.
burgers. Yeah. No. No, put that myth out of your head. This is a great first experience because it's taught you what you liked, and then it very quickly turned into what you don't like. So now you have framework with which to enter the next karaoke VR chat. Be like, what's interesting now? Like this is the road has opened. You've stepped onto the path. Thank you, thank you. And we say, and a milkshake, LOL. Right, exactly, and a milkshake. Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you don't want the first one to be the one. No. You are this exciting, young, vital, kind-hearted, sweet, handsome guy. Like Silver, you got a lot of frogs out there. Don't sell out to the first one.
Thank you. That means a lot.
It's
Yeah.
true. I'm sending you a big hug. I'm sending you a big hug. Will you also please follow up with me? Will you let me know how you're doing?
If that's something that can happen, for sure.
Definitely
I
follow up with me. I want to hear. I want to hear who
I like
what?
I like tuning into your streams. So
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really glad that you came on. Thank you for bringing this question.
also, I'm sorry to say it, but I absolutely suck at playing Pharah. So I apologize.
Join the club, Silver. Me too. Terrible. Terrible. I try. I keep trying though. I don't care that I'm bad. I'll just be bad. It's all right.
Well, thank you for having me on to
Thank
talk
you for
about this.
coming on. Yeah, I'm really glad that you came on. Thanks. Have a good night.
You too.
Take care. Bye. I love Bird Mom. God, this show is so good. I love doing this. I speak tiny bits of Arabic. I don't speak Arabic fluently. Wow, lots of asking it. My God. Woo! You wanted my attention. OXXO15. Wowza. My gosh. Tiny bits. Not fluently. I would love it if I did. That'd be amazing. Anyway, okay, there's that question. Any tips for VA? I will give, thank you so much. Thank you guys. Yes, I do. I voice Pharah in Overwatch. I am going to have to do an AMA stream where I can talk to you guys and answer all of your voiceover and Overwatch questions, because I see I've got a bunch of them in the TikTok fam. I see that my Twitch fam is more bird mommed. But either way, guys, I am doing 4 bird moms in a row. Today was night 1, and for the next 3 Mondays, it's going to be Bird Mama Palooza. I've got at 5 p.m. next week, the week after, and the week after. We'll be doing Bird Mom episodes. I so look forward to seeing you guys all then. Again, if you have a question that you for to ask on Ask Bird Mom, or an issue you want to discuss or talk through, please get into my Discord, go to the Ask Bird Mom live section, or DM Pro Ness. Or if you go to my Instagram, you can DM me there, and that's another great place if you've got a question. I'll be back next week, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. Oh my God, and also on the 21st, I haven't said this, on the 21st, I'm doing a big Overwatch panel. It's gonna be on YouTube, I think. Go look at streamily.live, look at my Instagram, look at my Discord, I'll give you more details. But a panel, it's like a dozen of us, it's a whole slew of us doing this amazing Overwatch panel. And then I'm gonna be doing a signing stream where I'm signing pops and posters and pictures on the 23rd. That's Thursday, March 23rd at 6 p.m. EST. So that's 10 p.m. GMT. Okay. Mwah. Have a good night. I hope you guys are great. Thanks so much. You guys are lovely. Mwah. Overwatch panel, yes, on the 21st. Also 6 p.m. EST. So nice, guys. I will see you soon. Take care. Have a good one. Love you all. Mwah. Go play. Have a good one. It's totally been a pleasure. Mwah. Good night, guys. Bye. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good